Hey River Edge, Ryan Gibbons here. It's finally 2021 and I want to just take a quick step back into 2020 and talk about what happened in the real estate market, what that's going to mean for the 2021 market, and give you a little stats about what's going on. And would you be surprised if I told you there were actually less houses sold last year than the year before? It was just shocking to me when I saw the numbers. And I also want to tell you how you might be able to get a free This is River Edge t-shirt. So watch till the end and we'll tell you how to get the t-shirt. So let's get back to that first stat. We actually had less houses sell in 2020 than we did in 2019. There were 130 houses that sold compared to 137 in 2019. So we'll see what really happened in the market, but we did actually see a slight dip in the amount of houses that sold. So under contract properties are houses that have an accepted contract and are likely going to sale. We actually had more of those this year than we did last year. So we had 158 homes go under contract and 147 the year prior. So we did have a more increase in the amount of properties getting accepted offers. Here's where we had a big problem. We had a lot less houses hit the market. So in 2020, we had 161 houses hit the market as opposed to 181. That's a 10% drop. So we saw slightly less houses sell, but we saw a larger number drop. So we saw less houses than we did in the year before. So what happened there is now we have 130 houses that sell. We have 162 that hit the market. The competition for those houses was fierce. So the ones that didn't sell, that other 32 houses, they were probably overpriced or not in great condition, and there was a reason that they didn't sell. But for the houses that did hit the market, we saw a tremendous amount of competition to get those houses. You probably noticed the open houses, the lines around the block. You saw the houses go up, and you saw the under contract signs go up a few days later. So that's really what happened there. We didn't sell more houses, but we just had a much fiercer competition to get those houses. As a result of that, our average sales price went up to $588,000 in 2020, which was an increase from $557,000, which is actually a 5.7% jump. Now that's a lot. We don't usually see that high a jump from one year to the next. So that's a lot of equity that River Edge homeowners gained in 2020. And I've seen that in some of the people that I've met with earlier in the year and now meeting with in 2021. Their home value has gone up a lot during that time. So that average homeowner has seen a serious increase in their equity over the course of the last year, which is great for any of the homeowners, especially if you're thinking about making a move, downsizing or moving out of the area or upsizing, whatever it might be. You've seen an increase in your equity. So that's a fantastic thing for any homeowner in town. Obviously, that's not a great thing for buyers. It's making it a little more difficult, but we'll talk about buyers in a little bit. So to stay on the inventory note, at the end of 2020, we had 11 houses on the market compared to 20 at the end of 2019. So that's a serious 45% drop in the amount of inventory. So again, you're going to see why our numbers have gone up a little bit, and that competition is continuing through the fall and winter of why we're seeing so many people fighting for these houses. Average days on market actually really didn't change. It actually went down a little or up a little bit. So in 2019, 41 days. This year, 42. But towards the end of the year, we saw really that number pretty low in the fall. That number was hovering around 20 during the fall when that real competition was hitting around town. So what's going to happen in 2021? Well, we're continuing to see a lot of competition for houses, and we're continuing to see our home values rise. So Danielle Howell is the chief economist for Realtor.com, and she has predicted that home sales nationwide will increase by about 7%, and home values will increase by about 5.7%, which is exactly the amount that ours went up last year. So what does that mean for River Edge if that happens? Well, we'll go back up to that 137, 140 houses that sell per year, which really won't make much of a difference in town. But if we see the home value increase, that's going to bring us from about 588,000 for the average sale to about 622,000 for the average sale. And that would put an extra 35,000 plus in the average homeowner's pocket. So that's a huge number. I mean, that's creating $70,000 almost worth of equity in a 2-year span. So if that really does come to fruition, that's going to be fantastic news for any homeowner in town. Is that going to happen? We don't know. You know, we've already seen a 5.7% increase year over year. Is it now time to make a move? We don't know. You know, are you thinking about making a sale? Are you thinking about upsizing or downsizing or relocating? It's probably a good time to have a conversation and discuss your particular home, your particular needs, where you're going to end up, and what that means for your bottom line. So if you're thinking about making a move, you really need to talk. We really need to talk, and you need to give me a call at 201-685-4788 today so we can talk about your goals for 2021. So buyers, what does this all mean for buyers? Well, rates are continuing to stay low. So economists are looking at it as staying below 3 for the foreseeable future. So that's great news for buyers. So if you're trying to get that down payment together, if you're trying to get a little bit more time with your job, continue to do that. Keep in mind that, again, that prediction of $35,000 increase in the average sale here, we might not reach that number, but we're going to be continuing to climb. So if you can make a move sooner than later, it's going to be in your best interest. Typically, our spring market in River Edge starts around February and March. So more houses hopefully will start to hit the market as more sellers are a little more confident in the market, are a little more confident in the economy, and maybe a little more confident in where they're going to end up. So we're hoping that we're going to see some more houses hit the market come February and March, so the next month or two. So now's the time to really get your plan in place, get your ducks in a row, talk to a lender, and get yourself ready for that move. We have lenders that we work with on a regular basis that do a fantastic job. So we'd love to connect you with those so you can get all of that in line to be ready when the time comes. So again, give me a call, text me at 201-685-4788 for that information. So I mentioned earlier in the video that I'd like to give away one of these free This is River Edge t-shirts. So all that you need to do is hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment down below. We share a lot of great information on River Edge, on living in this area, and we want to make sure that you keep up with what we're putting out in the future. So if you like what you've seen, again, hit that subscribe button, get a chance to win this t-shirt. And if you're on social, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at This is River Edge, where we share a ton of information on River Edge and the community that we love and we live in. So again, Ryan Gibbons of North Jersey Partners, brokered by eXp, and This is River Edge. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.